So this here is going to be a video, a fairly quick one. I'm assuming that you have already been kind of familiar with SketchUp, just ever so kindly familiar with it, okay? So so this here is going to be, this image here has been provided by one of my students. I've got permission to use this image. Okay, so we're going to convert this image by using this as a reference only, right, in SketchUp, okay? So I'm just going to put this on the side so we can see it at all times. You can bring this into SketchUp as a flat surface. However, it's kind of difficult to see it all the time. So I'm going to put it on the side here. All right, so I'm going to open up SketchUp. Let's dive into it. So you open up SketchUp. So this is the 2018 version. It doesn't matter what version you have. Okay, all the stuff we're using is the same. Choose the template. So the template itself is going to be architectural design in millimeters, and click on start using SketchUp. Okay, so we have here, yes, remind me later. Okay, so we have here our SketchUp. You should watch the introduction to SketchUp if you're not too sure about SketchUp, okay? Okay, so to zoom in, zoom out, you scroll up and down with the mouse wheel. Please do not use just a keyboard or just a trackpad on your laptop to do this. SketchUp, you can't use a no-no, okay? You need to use a mouse, please, okay? Or Wacom tablet, okay? All right, so let's not do this to scale. We're going to type in real-world dimensions. So we understand here that in this model, we have our wooden blocks, okay? And this block here appears to be one that represents 3 meters by 2.7 by, I will say 3 meters by 3 meters by 6 meters in height, okay? So let's put that in. All right, so I'm going to click here once, okay? And I'm just going to bring this out. I've taken my finger off the mouse, move it out, and don't click anywhere else. So just type in, obviously 3,000 because it's 3 meters has 3,000 millimeters in it, and then bracket, so not bracket, comma, 3,000. And you see in the bottom left-hand corner, sorry, the bottom right-hand corner, you see those measurements being placed in, and you press return, and that is one of those blocks. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the push-pull tool. I'm going to push-pull this up. Okay, I'm doing this as an arbitrary amount for the time being. Now, I can type it in, so 6,000, and press return or enter. Okay, zoom out a little bit so I can see it. Okay, so that is that structure there. Cool. So now, remember this is a development concept. So we're only looking at the outside of this structure. So I'm going to go to the select tool and I'm going to triple click, 1, 2, 3, quickly, triple click. I'm going to right click now and I'm going to change this and make this as a component. Now I'm going to call this component wooden block, okay, and create. So now I'm going to just move my hand across here, okay, move it across, my view across, and I'm going to duplicate this item a few times. So I'm going to go to the move tool, that's the move tool there, and I'm going to go over to this point here, start moving across, but press Option, and you can see that it's replicating, and it's snapping to. You see how it's snapping to that bottom, and move it across so it snaps to that edge. Very important that you have things snapping, otherwise you're going to go into different views. And this here, watch this, it's going to be elsewhere, okay? Going to be in the Never Never Land. So press Command Z, and let's go again, and we're going to select this, and then press Option, move it across. That's cool. Now, from this image here, we understand that there's bricks behind it. So I'm going to go to the selection tool, click this one here, press Shift, click this one here. Go to the move tool, and I'm going to move those ones across, making sure that I'm going across in that plane, okay? That's a lot of the structure done so far. Okay, so now what I can do is I can select all these. One, press Shift, click, 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 and I can group these together. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to make as a group. Okay. All right. So that is my main structure. What else do I need to do now? I need to add in some of these sort of decoration parts of this structure. Okay. So let's come back in here. Now I'm going to the this tool here, which is I'm rotating my view around so I can rotate and look around my object. Okay, and I'm seeing here on this image is that it's halfway up, starts halfway up, and it goes, slightly overlaps this section here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this tool here, and the reason why I've grouped everything and made things components is that if I draw a shape, it's not amalgamating with that other shape. So for example, if I go here and I make this object, okay, random object, and then I go again here, and then I come around here and I make this object. All right. These two objects are now combined as one part. They're combined. Right? So, for example, if I want to select just this, I can't anymore. It's one object. So, for this to do the same thing, I can go here, for example. I can bring this up. Okay, and then triple click on it to select it, right click, make it as a group. Then I can come out around here again. I can go and create another object. Whoops, press escape. Whoop, here we go. Okay, so another object there, and I'm going to push pull this up. Okay. And then I go over here, triple click on this, make it as a group. All right. And watching this, I can now adjust this object here so that if I come in here, triple click on this to get into the group. Okay. And I can push pull this and it doesn't affect the other object. And that's a whole proof of concept. Okay. All right. So this is just in case someone who's coming in a bit impatient and just wanting to jump straight into it without doing the other videos, okay? Looking at the other videos. All right, so let's jump into this now. We're going to create that shape on the front. So come over here. Now it's green. See how my icon turns green? And I can, that means I can modify this face, okay? So green, wait until it's green. Just keep on moving your mouse around a little bit till it goes green. Click, and then drag up. Okay, and I'm going to make something that's about here somewhere. It should actually jump to a middle sort of intersection. So let's go here, for example. Okay, so that's that object there, and I'm going to cut into it again. So I'm going to make another rectangle here. Okay, I'm not measuring at the moment. This is just to develop a concept. Okay, now I don't want this shape here, don't I? So I'm going to go to the eraser tool and I'm going to erase those two lines there. Now I need to use the push-pull tool, push-pull this facade out a little bit to whatever dimension. Okay, at this stage in time, it doesn't matter. This one's going to be like, let's say 200. Okay, 200 millimeters, and that's done. I'm going to now triple click on this, right click, and I'm going to make it as a group. So now whatever I do, I don't modify this anymore. I need to triple click into it to actually start modifying that piece. Okay, so next up, what else do I need to do? There's another sort of object here which keeps the roof up. So let's spin around here. Okay, so I'm now going to go over here. Now this time it's going to be in the red. Okay, click there, drag up. All right, so dragging up just to use up this space. I'm going to use the push-pull tool, bring this out by 200 again. Okay, I need to extend the height of it. Okay, so I need to bring my view around here and zoom in a little bit. And then I'm going to use the push-pull this up slightly to about there, I guess. And this extends out from this object. So I can push-pull this out, and watch this, I can actually push-pull this out the same distance from this object here. Cool, and I've got my finger down still. Okay, so now I'm going to select this again, triple click, right click as well, make a group. Yeah, so you see here we have a common thing happening here. triple click, make as a group each time. Let's now work on this other side. And it has another sort of thing coming out here as well by the look of it. So I'm going to go here with the rectangle tool, come around here so it's red. Okay, make my shape. Push pull this out by 200. Okay, it looks like it goes up against there here. So I'm going to push pull this out so it goes against that side to make it flush. Triple click on this again. Right click, make it as a group. All good. Okay, next up. Now this is a point where you need to save your work. Save as. Okay, I'm just going to save mine to my desktop for the time being, calling this one here Development of Concept 1. Okay, click on Save. So now it's saved at least, okay? So now we need to make the roof. Let's start doing that roof. Okay, and this roof is a bit of a funny shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the roof on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to make my roof here. So I'm going to start at this point here. I like to, every time I draw something, I like to start off from a point on the base. Okay, very important if you're going to be 3D printing or work. Okay, so you click here, drag out. Okay, now you can drag out whatever dimension at the moment because you can adjust your shape later on. Okay, so I'm just going to make that shape there. I'm going to push pull this up by, let's say 300. Okay, so it's push pulled up by 300. Now, I need to make a weird shape in this object, don't I? Okay, so what I can do, knowing that, I can press Command Z to bring it back to a flat surface. Okay, now what I can do, I'm just going to view into this a little bit better. Okay, and what I can do here is I can click here and then click over here. What else? It sort of contours back as well there too. Contours back. This one's a little bit less though, like that. Okay, and what I can do now is I can use the eraser tool to erase those extra bits. Now what I can do is I can use the push-pull tool, bring it up by 300. Okay. And then I triple click on it, going to go to make this as a group. Okay, so it's a group now. Cool. And check this out. I'm now going to move this up. So I'm selecting the bottom corner here and bring this up. Right. Let's bring this up a little bit more. Making sure that it clicks on an edge. Okay, goes onto an edge. Let's bring this up a little bit further so it's up to this point here. It goes beyond that section, doesn't it? All right, so let's push this across there. So it goes up to that node there. And then once that happens is I click on it again, move it across, but you see here that it's locking in the red axis. Can you see how it's gone red? Those little red stars? Yes? So that star's there. I want to increase the length of this, so I can go to the Resize tool. So this is a Resize tool, and I can resize this out. Okay, making it bigger. Cool. One thing I need to do too is understand that the roof is on an angle. Okay, so check this out. I go to this view over here, roughly this view. So if you want to have more control, you go over to View, then you go to, so View, where are we? No, not Edge Style. Camera, you go to Camera, go to Standard Views, and you go to the Front View. And here we have the Front View. Cool? All right, and you can turn off perspective and all kinds of things too if you wanted to. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to pivot my roof line from this point here down to that point. How do I do that, you may ask? Very quiet in this room. Okay, good. All right, so now I go to this tool over here, being the rotation tool, and I click right here, making sure that my my symbol here is green. Okay, click once, go over to this point here. Okay, or even go over to here, click there, and start moving your mouse down. And then just roughly put it in the spot there. You can see here that it clicks to the node, and click there, And if we go to a different view now, voila, we've got our roof pitch happening. Cool? Yep. So this is rough as guts, okay? All right, now we've got a problem here that it's overlapping funny and whatever. We might have a bit of a, I don't know, we've got now some type of undercover section for our people, our customers. Okay, next up we have this sort of triangle thing. So let's do the triangle now. We go over here. Okay, we draw our basic shape. Okay, we use a pen tool to make our triangle. I'm assuming the triangle is a normal triangle kind of thing, okay? All right, so remember I'm doing all this arbitrary, okay? Arbitrary values. I'm not really punching in anything unless it's like a extrusion. And then I go to the push-pull tool, bring this up by 300, okay? That is my side pit done. Triple click on it, right click, I'm going to make it as a group. So I understand here that this here is the pivot point and it comes up and pivots up to this point here. I need to resize all this though, okay? But let's get this happening first. So I'm going to go back to a view where I can handle this sort of rotation a little bit more, okay? So I'm going to go over here, okay? I might use a ruler this time round to click here and in the red axis go across here to this other center section here, okay? Now I'm going to select my object. I'm going to go to the rotation tool. And here, I've got a problem, okay? I need to force this so that it goes red. You can see here I'm moving this around and it's not really working for me. Yeah? Okay. So I can press Option, I believe. Option, no. I press Command. On that, no. I press Shift. No. I press Control. No. It's kind of not really understanding what I need to do. Okay? So if I go over here, I might have a bit more of a way to get this working properly, okay? Hopefully it goes to red. That's going to rotate in the wrong direction. Need to have it as green. Maybe I might try something different. I'm going to delete this, okay? I'm going to make just a flat bar now. So go across here, make a flat bar. I'm going to pull this up by 300, okay? I'm going to group it, right click, make it as a group, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this up instead. And then I'm going to put the triangle in later on, this different method. Go over here, making sure that it's green now. See how it can go green there? All right, boom, comes up on a funny angle. Or is it's going this way actually, isn't it? Going this way, okay, cool. So I'm going to bring this out here, making sure that it goes out on the red axis, and then I can follow this on the green axis, making sure it's locked into the green axis. Okay, let's see this as a different view. Always look at a different viewpoint. Move this across again on the green axis. Okay, till it goes to roughly in the spot there that I need it to be. Okay, to about that red spot there, because everything comes out to that red spot, that red line. Okay, remember this is rough as guts. Okay, so I've got this going on here. I need to extend this roof line, don't I? Yes. But what I need to do is, let's extend that roof line. Make this a little bit longer. Whoops. Zoom right in here a little bit. You'll end up figuring out how the zoom tool works. Let's bring this out a little bit more. Okay, cool. So that's a little bit bigger. All right. This doesn't match up with this angle, so let's do that now. Okay, I'm going to go over here, move this object. I need to select the object first. Select that object. Let's move it around so I can actually see what's going on. This is kind of there. All right, kind of there. I need to use the rotate tool, click on this, now making sure that is on that black angle, because it's an arbitrary angle. Bring this around so it locks up against there. You can actually see this combining, so you can see that the black line's disappearing. Yep, so that's done there. Sweet, we're looking pretty good now. Now we need to go to the rotate tool, move this around, our view around. Okay, and let's put in that rectangle now. So I select it, triple click on this. All right, so I'm into that group. I'm in that face, got that face selected. I go to the pen tool this down here. it locks into the middle of this object. Click there, click here again, go over here again. Okay, how do I get rid of this now? Easy, I can go to the push-pull tool. No, I'm going to go to this tool over here, to the select tool, click on that object. Okay, I usually use the push-pull tool to push it back. Type in 300, enter, gone. Go again, push it out, 300, enter. Okay, so we've got this object happening. We can refine this later on. Okay, so hopefully that's enough for you, this part, to do it. This item here can be done the same way. All right, good, thank you, bye.